Game Master Player here for for the final Iron GM vlog. Now, it's the Thursday after Gen Con. It's been several days. I've been playing catch up at work, amongst other things. Catch up at work, trying to catch up on sleep, and spending time at home. And I am now finally making this vlog. I apologize to my players because it's been lots of time in between. And by the time you guys get this video, it's not as close as I wanted to be to Gen Con, let's put it that way. But I've got good news. I ended up with a fantastic group. I ended up with running Star Wars D6 as opposed to anything else that was available, and quite frankly, it was a lot of fun. But at the same time, I wasn't prepared. I really wasn't prepared. I threw it out just for random happenstance to show that I can be flexible. They said yes. It was a little bit mind-boggling on that one, but at the same time, it was fantastic because I am very familiar with Star Wars. I've done it for such a long time. I've run it for such a long time. It's the game I cut my teeth on for storytelling. So it's one of those that I will always remember a lot of the basic rules and a lot of the basic this and that, and they had a lot of freedom. They had a lot of fun. I hope they had a lot of fun. And if you're watching this, you didn't have fun, please tell me. But it was a very fun adventure. The 3 ingredients I had to use was Palace Riot, Pop Stardom, and what was it? What was the third one? Oh, I don't remember. Oh yeah, Plain Touched. And I'm running Star Wars, so Palace Riot turned into so this is how the story goes. There was a Twilight girl who was a singer. She was performing at the governor's mansion, and so the palace, there's the palace, governor's mansion palace. Pop Stardom, there's the Twilight, perfect. Got that going. And the fact that some of the fight did take place in space. And Plain Touched, where I used her, she was a Force sensitive, so kind of like a Jedi in training. So the player's job, because they chose to be more mercenary, they were told to extract this singer, take her to this location, get paid. That's it. Nothing complex, nothing difficult, nothing crazy. And so they did. They created a fantastic plan. The roles did not help them in some of their plan. But it was entertaining, it was fun, and it kept the game going. So, and made them think quickly on their feet and outside the box, which is what part of the whole aspect of Star Wars is that you are underdogs, succeeding against great odds. So their plan was very good. Their plan was decently successful. So what their plan was they were going to steal a truck and a ambulance from the maintenance yard, basically, and then cause an accident, rescue the pop star, take her to go get help. Well, they that was a good part of the plan. That was actually pretty good. They did a really good job. So they succeeded in getting her. She actually was hurt. She was a bit out of it, but because she was out of it, it was because she was concentrating on healing herself with her Force abilities. So, and that was it. That wasn't because she was anything else. She was actually literally working on herself. They patched her up best they could, and they moved on. When they were going to the starport, there was a Star Destroyer that showed up that demanded her immediate arrest because she's a rebel sympathizer. And now they have her. And because she's a Force user, and she knows she's a Force user, and she knows that's what she told them, that if they find her with them, the Empire will probably kill them too. Isn't that great? Or it could have been a lie. The players will never know. Actually, if you're familiar with Star Wars and the rise of the Empire, during the Empire and the rebellion, that Jedi were hunted. They were killed indiscriminately if they were opposing the Empire, and they would even send special hunters out. They didn't care about the party members, the teammates, or anything. No care at all. Kill them all. So that was an interesting take, but they did a fantastic job. They succeeded. They were able to get out of the starport. They had a Trojan horse kind of approach, which was great. They hid their ship in another ship and took off with that ship, and was able to use it as a distraction, not by their fault. So it just kind of turned out that way. So, but it was a really good plan. They had a really good plan. I hope they had a really good time. And if you guys are watching, really, thank you for choosing me at random, even though for choosing Star Wars and having a good time. So, and hopefully I can do it again sometime for you. I do go to Gen Con every year, so hey, hit me up, let me know. You got my email, let me know what's going on. I don't know if I'll be able to compete Iron GM again, but because I've got kids that are getting in the age that they can participate in Gen Con, so that kind of hurts things a little bit. But anyway, but it was basically all the stuff that I had thrown together previously was completely and totally and irrevocably destroyed beyond all compare. I couldn't use a darn bit of anything that I had come up with in the previous videos. It was all thrown out, gone. Because after switching to Star Wars, well, then there's certain Star Wars characters and aspects you just kind of gotta work with, right? So, but it was a lot of fun. It was very refreshing. It reminded me of how of the games I used to do, and the fact that it was just fun, and it was I've gone more of a serious stint in my stories, not as fun-loving, and I need to go back to more of the fun-loving, have a good time in a lot of ways. I'm currently stuck on hardcore storytelling. I want people to have a fantastic story, and instead of just having fun. And I think that running the Iron GM has taught me that lesson, so that I can apply to my now game that I'm doing, is that my now game isn't as fun because I'm really focusing on telling a story, and I need to step away from that. I need to use that as, I do have a story, I do have a big story, and I do want to tell a story, but it's all about fun too, and we gotta have fun, we gotta have an excitement, we gotta have this, and I've lost a little bit of that, and unfortunately, my current game is a D&D 5th edition game, so it's not as I can't freestyle it as well as I can in Star Wars D6, because Star Wars D6 has no classes. Everybody can do everything at any time, whenever. So it's very important that I bring what I've learned from my Iron GM experience back to my own table. So it's not just the fact that I thought I was a badass GM that can whip this out and and win some sweet loot and swag and stuff like that. It really turned into, this is a learning experience for me, and this is actually an important learning experience for me, and I got to take it back with me and actually work with it. So and the guys that at the table may not know this, and if you're watching, it's, you guys have also helped me realize that too. Realize that I need to focus on a lot of the fun stuff, a lot of the more let's do that kind of, instead of I'm sure I had a great story. I had 3 ingredients, and did I really focus that much on them? No, I didn't. It was a part of the story. It wasn't the core of the story. The core of the story is always the players, and I did that at the table. I did focus on the people a little bit. I couldn't do a whole lot as far as trying to get their character development and stuff like that, but it was focusing on the players. I did stuff. I tried to hit every player with something to do, give them a task. Even if it was outside of what they were normally, I still, you're available, how about you do this? How about you do that? I threw some of the rules out the windows, and the ship was damaged. I had a weapon get damaged, so the mechanic could go fix it, while the other person, switched guns, and then the mechanic would then man those guns that he fixed. It's just, that's what I was working on. I tried to make sure the droid could do something. I tried to make sure the guy had law enforcement, he could do something. The co-pilot did some driving. The hunter was the cop. He actually got to play the cop and got to strong arm some people around, and I wish I had a little bit more of a role for him. It was, it's hard to try to fit everybody in at the same time. So I apologize if I couldn't give you enough table time like I wanted to, but I was trying. But at the same time, it turned into I really have learned that, you know, I need to focus back on just having fun with the players and having a good time with the players instead of focusing on a fantastic story and these pieces and those pieces and that piece and such like that. So I have a feeling that's what I'm going to be moving to myself now, going back to easier, I like to call it easier times. And story is going to be involved. It's just going to be secondary at this point, just secondary. So, but the Iron GM loot or swag was pretty good. It's stuff that wasn't related to my game that I ran, but I did end up with map play mat or map mat where I can draw on and stuff, hit squares, and some cardboard characters for Pathfinder. And I did walk away with the 5th edition Player's Handbook, Dungeon Master Guide, and Monster Manual, which are books I was going to buy, and I'm so happy I didn't find them and buy them already. So, you know, I walked away with a lot more than I spent, that's for sure, to get in. I'm not sure about the stress related to it, but, you know, hey, it was a good experience. I would totally do it again. If I have the opportunity, I would totally do it again, and again, and again, and again. I won't shy away from it. I was kind of silly when I could do this, and I was kind of nervous about maybe I shouldn't. And for 2 years I played, and it was a good 2 years. Don't get me wrong. I got to meet a lot of people, but definitely happy on running it. Definitely happy on running it. Very excited for if I can do it next year and the year after and the year after. You know, we can start making this a regular thing. So, but anyway, this will close out my Iron GM vlog series. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for going through my brain processes to basically where I got to with all of this. It's been a lot of help just talking things out. So I wish I'm going to have to reutilize my ideas on another game because I think they were great ideas. It's not good for a short, you know, it's good for a short series. I could stretch it out more, but ultimately the end is kind of it's only good for, you know, like if you're watching a movie, it might be good for a miniseries, not good for a long TV series. Maybe good for a movie. No, I don't even think it's going to be good for a movie because it's just not fantastic enough. My ideas weren't fantastic enough for a movie. So, you know, I'm kind of glad I didn't use it now. So, but if anybody else does use it, please tell me how it goes. Really, I want to know. So, thank everyone for watching my Iron GM series. I hope to have one next year where I get to basically spout the same stuff all over again of what I'm going to plan and then continue to throw it out the window and do something completely different. So, well, we'll see if it goes that way. Until then, please watch my other videos if you'd like. I do have another DM vlog series about my current D&D game. I do some other regular vlogs and gaming videos and such as well. But I don't expect you to watch them all, of course. It's just, you know, you get to learn a little bit more about me and how I think and what I do and such like that. So, otherwise, this is me signing off from Iron GM until hopefully next year, 2017. Thank you.